see, we are already in space, and this nebula that is right in front of me is the Trifid nebula. It's probably pronounced the Trifid nebula, but nevertheless, that's what that is. And I am currently in the process of doing a sort of combination of exploration and salvage gathering. Now I have one more system I need to go to, and that will be my destination. So it's this system here, Trifid sector IR-WD1-52. Coming up as unknown. I have no idea what's there, except I do know there is somewhere for me to dock. There's an asteroid base in here, so we shall be doing that. So let's head on over. Now, it has come to my attention that there are more people watching these videos than I thought, who for whatever reason are still somewhat new to the game and are still sort of, you know, finding their way around it. So I'll attempt to try and explain things a bit more simply than I have done in the last few videos. When I say that, it's not as if I've done a lot of them lately. Anyway, that's a bit of a pain in the arse. I was hoping this system would come up as having already been explored, but no. Right, let's have a look. It does look like there's a fair bit here. Yeah, there is. 41 bodies. So, don't see many class 1 gas giants that are blue, apart from the 2 that are actually in the solar system. So okay, maybe they're not as rare as I thought. Try and get this done as quickly as possible without, you know, fucking it up constantly because I'm trying to rush it. Once we've docked, I'll sell the exploration data that I have already acquired, and then yeah, I'll explain in a bit more detail exactly what it is I'm doing here, because I'm a reasonable distance from my fleet carrier. You don't see a huge number of class 5 gas giants. That's a bit of a rarity. It's extremely unexpected. It has no moons of any kind. So what we've got here. Next gas giant. Can't be that many gas giants left to scan. No, it looks like there's only the one still to do. Oh, bollocks. Right. That looks like a water world. Yeah. I will want to map that. I have a feeling there are going to be a few terraforming candidates in this system. So, yeah, just scanning the planets alone isn't going to be enough. I will want to map a few of them. Right, not a huge amount left, only 6. Right, where's it? Okay, there's the last one there. There we go. Alright. So that's the system scanned anyway. Let's take a look at what we've actually got here. So alright, so there's the class 5 gas giant. It's fucking close to the primary star for a gas giant. It would explain why it's class 5. So anyway, there is the docking station. Say it's an asteroid station, which means it's definitely going to be within the ring system. So that could be a bit of a pain, but anyway, it's these terrestrial planets I want to check first. Right, so Planet 6 is a candidate for terraforming, so that is definitely one to map. 7 is the water world, I'll definitely map that anyway. I'll map 8 as well, simply because 7 and 8 are orbiting each other. Well, it's a bit of a pleasant surprise, it looks like it is just 6, 7 and 8. Yeah. Okay, that's alright then, so we'll map 6, 7 and 8 as they are together, they're orbiting each other. So that means they'll be close to each other, so that yeah, that won't be a problem. And then we'll head back to Planet 1, which you can just see passing us on the right hand side there, and that's where the asteroid base docking station is. Actually, while we are approaching that planet, I'll give you an idea of whereabouts I am. My fleet carrier is still in Lyabes, where it was when I did the last live stream last week, and Lyabes is, yeah, there. So it is 5,202 light years away. So I guess if you're new to the game, that's an immense distance, but it's really not. I mean, I haven't even left the region. I'm still in the inner Orion spur, so 5,200 light years is not huge, really. I guess I should put in a bit of a warning. If there's anybody who uses my fleet carrier for whatever reason, you know, and have ships on there, and they are not in contact with me any other way than, you know, just watching this shit that I churn out in videos, you may want to consider temporarily vacating the carrier, because I have a feeling I might need to bring it out here where I am now. So unless you fancy a trip out to the Trifid Nebula, yeah, you may want to get off it. If you use it and you are, you know, in touch with me, then I'll let you know when or if I am going to be doing that, and you can decide then if you want to bugger off or if you want to end up out here. Right, anyway, that's that one mapped. So we'll now map 7 and 8.
Surface scan complete.
Yeah, something's just occurred to me. I'm just having a check. Yeah, some of those fucking planets, all orbiting the same initial, you know, the same star. There's only the one star here. I thought there might have been notable stellar phenomena in this system, but there isn't. Not a problem. I know where there is some, and that is where I need to be going if I'm going to be doing this salvage run, and also yeah, also doing a bit more exploration, but of a slightly different kind. Now again, I mean, if you've been playing the game regularly, you'll already know all about it. You'll already have a pretty good idea of what it is that I'm referring to. But if you're not, and you know you like exploration, but you know you may feel that you'd like to see a bit more. Well, there is a bit more. It isn't just a case of going off to star systems and scanning the system and mapping the valuable planets or anything like that. There is more that you can be doing, because there are things like geological features on certain planets, biological signals from various life forms on some planet surfaces, and so on and so on. So yeah, there is a bit more to do if you are that way inclined. Right, that's that one. We'll do 8 as well, as I say, because we're right next to the fucking thing. We may as well.
Surface scan complete.
So that's 7 has been done. Right, that's those done. Let's bugger off to this station. I guess the first thing to do would be see how much I've actually made in exploration data. I can't imagine it's going to be an enormous amount, but I have used some, I think it was 4 neutron stars to boost the jump range of this thing. So it's, I think it's around 65, somewhere between 65 and 70 jumps from Lyobes to here in this ship. I mean, this ship does have a jump range currently 75.85 light years, so yeah, jump range is fine. But that jump range will be coming down because, yeah, like I say, I'm also here doing a bit of a salvage run. When I say salvage, I don't think salvage is really the right word, but anyway, again, you'll see what I mean as I explain it and as I show you exactly what it is that I'm doing. Now, I have already been to the Trifid Nebula before. Again, I'll show you that I have once we've docked. But I hadn't been to this system before. In fact, when I came to Trifid Nebula, this is the one time that I have done, yeah, I didn't know there was a docking station nearby. In fact, I didn't know there was one until about a week ago, because I've been planning on doing this for a little while, since I turned my carrier into, effectively a salvage, a large salvage and trading ship. And there are a fair few items that I could sell, and I've never seen them before. I didn't even know how to get them, but the names gave me some clues. So I'm out here to get some of those. I don't even know how much they're worth, because I've forgotten. But they're probably not worth a fortune, but you know, success in this game isn't entirely measured in how many credits you make. Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of players of this game who are far better at it than I am, but their credit balance is a lot lower. So yeah, credits is not the be all and end all as far as determining how good someone is at this thing. Right, almost there. Here we go. So yeah, to recall, we are coming in from the rear.
Please approach the station at a safe speed and be mindful of other pilots in the area. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 3-2.
Well, if you wanted to go mining, there's plenty of boulders and that nearby. You wouldn't want to do it here though, because you'll get fined every time you fired your mining lasers.
Scan detected.
Scan me all you like, got fuck all on there.
Scan detected.
Now I have changed the loadout of this Explorer Anaconda a bit since I did the exploration trip.
Approach is good. Maintain current heading.
Yeah, since I did the exploration trip to where was it I went? Well, that Lagrange storm cloud and the Eta Carina nebula, that was it. I mean, I haven't changed it massively, but it has been changed. So anyway, refuel, restock that. That was restocking my AFM unit, because as you use the neutron stars to boost your frameshift drive range, it will damage your frameshift drive. Not a lot, but it does damage it. So the 4 or 5 that I used took the health down to 96. So yeah, just quickly use the AFM unit to repair that. Anyway, first things first. First thing first is to relight this. Oh, hang on, no, it's still relit. Right, advanced maintenance. I'll be able to afford that. Alright, let's have a look at how much this cartographic data is worth then. So it's at most it was 70 systems that I went through, so it shouldn't, you know, there shouldn't be too much here. It's only likely to be 2 pages. So first page is 29.4 million, not bad. So this system here worth 2.5 million. Did I say 29 billion? 29.4 million. Yeah, so there's another 2 million system here. What else we got? 1.8 million there, 1.6. So nothing massively impressive. Yeah, that's the system I'm in now. Oh, there's a good one there. So 7.5 million, nearly 7.6 million. 3.2 million there. No, it has gone out. Yeah, so there's a couple that pay fairly well, but it's more, I think, the quantity than the quality there. Anyway, so that page. I think I'm due some firsts, but not many. Okay, so page 2 did not pay an awful lot. Not surprising, I guess, because yeah, there's not a hell of a lot on this page. So 3.7 million. So yeah, I made about 33 million. Can't complain about that. So that brings the balance up to 7,960,000,000. But one thing I want to do. We've had the old upkeep because it's Thursday, so the upkeep for the carrier has been deducted. I want to put that back up to 5 billion. So I will deposit, right, how much do I need? 28.78. There we go. Yeah. I did also have somebody sell me a few void opals. When I say a few, I do mean it. 4. Not exactly going to be retiring on that. So anyway, so that is that sorted out. So now the balance is pretty much set. So yeah, 7,931,000,000. Take that. Let's see what these. This is all just I'm now allied with the faction that runs this station from all that data that I sold. So anyway, on to then why I'm actually out here. And yeah, this is something, if you are doing exploration and you are new to the game, something that I think might interest you. So you look into the Codex and you want to go into your discoveries here. So yeah, I'm still in the inner Orion Spur, so this is the region that has the main populated zone. Colonia is over here in this region, the inner Scutum Centaurus arm. But anyway, we're not going to Colonia, this is as far as we're going. And all of your discoveries all get catalogued here. So for this region, I've discovered all but one thing. The one that hasn't been catalogued is an O-type supergiant, which is rather annoying because it has here the reported location of one as Alnitak. Well, I've been to Alnitak. In fact, I was there before the Codex got added to the game, which means if I go back there, it just acts as though I've already been in there before, which of course I have done, so it doesn't add it as a new system, and therefore it doesn't register me having seen this. So I have to find an O-type supergiant somewhere other than Alnitak. I have been to a couple of places that I thought would have them. Nah, no joy. But yeah, they are the only, it's the only item in the Codex for this region that I've not got down as having discovered. So yeah, gas giants all done, terrestrial planets and all their variations all done. With the xenological, all Thargoid and variants done, all Guardian and variants done. And then we get to the biological and geological stuff. Again, all geological and anomalies found, and all organic structures found. And it's the organic structures that I'm out here to look at. Specifically these things, the collared pods. And as far as I'm aware, these are only found in one area in this region. And that area is the Trifid sector, and that's why I'm here. Now there's a couple of things I want to do with them. Firstly, all I've done so far is make very simple observations. But there are more observations that I can make, and that's what I plan to do. Hopefully I'll be able to check out all of them. But I also want to get some samples from them. And that's what I plan to sell from the carrier. So, like I say, when I call it salvage, not necessarily the right word. So if you do manage to find any other traits, I think it is, not observations, yeah, so all traits have been found. The observed trait for this one, this is a Q9 anomaly. It approaches your ship and releases a destructive shockwave. So you will do like your initial scan of it to add it to the Codex to say you've discovered it, and then when it does anything, you scan it again because you observed this new trait of it, and that gets scanned and added to the Codex as well. So not only do you actually discover the whatever item it is, but you also discover, say, additional, you'll make additional observations as to how it reacts to anything. And yeah, there are actually an awful lot where I've made no discoveries as far as, you know, any traits that I've observed at all. And so I figured I'll kill two birds with one stone. We'll get some observed traits with the collared pods, and also try and take some samples. So right, so this one is in DLYD157. I think a lot of them are all in the same system. No, they're all fucking different. Okay, so there's two in DL-YD157. So I guess we'll make that our first destination. Now it's not that far away at all. It's only one jump. And as you can see, I've already been here. I don't know if I mapped everything. Yeah, obviously I mapped the Earth like. And that's it. And there's nothing else there worth mapping. So when we come here, we'll just go straight to any of the notable stellar phenomena. They will almost certainly be inside a Lagrange cloud. So again, if you fancy coming out here, and you've not made any, like, you know, Codex discoveries, you'll you'll get the discovery of the for the Lagrange cloud, as well as the discovery for the collared pods. When you make a discovery, you do earn credits. Not a huge amount. You don't get anything for any astronomical bodies, but xenological, I can't remember with xenological if you do or not, but definitely biological and organic structures. The first new discovery you make in a system will pay you 50,000. After that, they don't pay you anything. You have to go to another system if you want to make any more. But if you scan something that you've already discovered, again, for the first time in the system, I think it's a glitch. In fact, it must be a glitch. You'll make 2,500. But again, if you scan anything else, you get fuck all. I think it should be that, you know, you get the payments every time, but yeah, it's not happening. So before we go, we need to stock up on some limpets. So I'll grab 100. Now this is why I may need my carrier out here, because I plan on having cargo, and if I get cargo, that often means then, you know, especially if it's valuable or rare, or you simply have a large amount of it, you're going to attract pirates who are going to interdict you. Now if I get them in this ship, I don't stand a fucking chance because I've sacrificed a hell of a lot just for sheer jump range. So I'll tell you what, let's go down here. We'll go into the outfitting, except I don't think this has, no, this doesn't have an outfitting, so I can't show you anyway. So that was a waste of time. Well, I'll show you here anyway in the modules then. And my shield generator is only, well, for a start it's been modded to enhance low power shields, so they're not bad, but they're not fantastic, and they're only class 6D, so yeah, they're not the best. And when it comes to being able to defend myself against enemy ships, I do have a weapon. Yeah, I've got one beam laser, class 1. That's not going to do a lot. So, you know, oh, and I also stuck on a load of cargo racks, as you saw when I was buying the limpets there, so I can, I've got a cargo capacity of 144. Also put on a limpet controller. I've got research limpet controller on here, which I need to try and take samples from these collared pods. Now, not all of the collared pods will give you samples, but I haven't got a clue which ones will and which ones won't, so anyway, let's go and see what we can find.
Ship restraints withdrawn. You are clear to leave.
How many times have I done that? It was still quite a fairly clean exit by my usual standards. I think we got to get out of the ring system as well as getting far enough away from the docking station. So
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Until next time, Commander.
well, I'm far enough away from the docking station now, but yeah, I'm still messed up on the ring system. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, so I think there's only like 3 systems actually within the nebula itself that I've been to. 3 systems that have the collared pods. So if I do need to bring the carrier out here, what I may do is just scan some more systems within the nebula while I'm waiting for it to arrive, because it's going to take a little while. I've easily got enough fuel on it to get it here. I mean, well, with a fleet carrier, if you have, if you're going to take it to Colonia, you need about 3,000 tons of tritium to get it there. Well, I have 2,100 and no, 2,917 tons of tritium on the thing, and I'm not even a quarter of the distance to Colonia. So anyway, there's a notable stellar phenomena right there. This is where we're heading to first. And I can't for the life of me remember what type of Lagrange cloud it is that's here, but it may even have changed from when I was here last. A few of them have done that. Right, it's a very dark one, which is a bit of a pain really, although that could also benefit as far as trying to discover new traits for any of the collared pods. Oh, I'll be able to see a bit better. Yeah, it looks like there might be some over here. Be boosting while I'm inside this thing, but it should be fine. Don't need to worry about any of the crystalline structures there. They are not what I'm here for. Collared pods are not exactly small. So it's been a while since I last saw any. So I've no idea how far I need to be from these things before I have to then slow down. Still out of range of my composition scanner. But what I will do is, see, I don't think I need to have my hard points deployed to use the research scanner, do I? Yes, it looks like I do. So anyways, here we have one rubicundum collared pod. So you scan it, and that would enter it into the Codex if if this was a new discovery. You can see there I've made 2,500. If it was a new discovery, that would make 50,000. So you're not going to make a fortune just from doing this, but say it's not just about doing this for money. So now we want to see if we can observe any other traits from it. So the first thing we'll do, we'll see how it reacts to light, especially as it's inside a very dark Lagrange cloud. So let's see what light does. No new traits, so it doesn't react to light. Okay. Don't really want to be shooting at it, but I do need to, so let's see how it reacts to being hit by the laser. No, I have got the, so why is, there we go. Laser's not doing anything. Is it because there's not enough power to it? Or is it because it's too close? Yeah. Doesn't look like it's reacting to that either. Nope, nothing new there either. Think I could do with putting that laser somewhere a bit better than where it is. Okay, well we're not getting very much from it as far as finding new traits. Well, let's see if I can get a sample from it.
Research limpet engaged.
It's taking something. what's it doing? Doesn't look like it's doing an awful lot. Oh, I see, right, yeah, so it is, it's just very, very slow at what it's doing. Detaching, coming back. What's it got? So we have pod core tissue. Doesn't tell us a great deal about it. So we got something. Now, surely I can't retrieve more than one sample from one of these things, can I? Let's find out.
Research limpet engaged.
Well, it's attached again, so it looks like I can take more than one sample from each one. Now, they're all going to be the same type in this particular Lagrange cloud, so they're all going to be this rubicundum collar pod. Yeah, so there's another one around as well. So I've not been able to find any more personality traits for it yet. That would help. Right. Limpet is returning. And what's he got this time? More pod core tissue. So I suspect each individual specimen is going to give me the same thing all the time. Right, with this one, let's get in a bit closer. Don't worry about that, I'm not trying to fucking scoop it, the thing's far too fucking big. Let's see how it reacts if I get close to it. And will that give me another trait? Yeah, it's discovered a new trait. And that's all traits for it. Well, let's have a look and see what that is. Notice the the display glitch up there. So it's the Ruby condom. There we go. Turns towards ship if approached. Okay, and that's it. It's just that one for this type. So well, as we're here, let's get a sample from him. See what we get from him.
Research limpet engaged.
Well, they take it a lot better than Thargoid interceptors do if you send research limpets out to those fuckers. Yeah, they are none too impressed if you do that. I've never taken a tissue sample from a Thargoid scout. I know you can, but I mean, those things attack you on sight anyway, so if you do manage to get a research limpet on one and actually manage to get a tissue sample, it's probably not going to make a hell of a lot of difference. It's also probably not worth bothering with. Right, so he's on his way back. Let's see what we get from this one. Another core tissue sample. Well, I know there's a lot more than that. Anyway, let's head to the next notable stellar phenomena then, which is yeah, the next bronze cloud. So I'll do a jump cut here, and we'll be back when we are about to enter said cloud. Right, here we go. Right, looks like it's the same sort of cloud, so a long fucking way from it. And I can only boost once, and then I've got to wait for the entire engine thing to fully charge again. Each boost completely drains it, completely changes the capacitor. But that's yet another compromise that I made when I basically modded this ship entirely to get the max jump range out of it. Well, I say max jump range, I could easily have got more of a jump range from this thing, but you know, I wasn't prepared to compromise it to the extent that it was practically unusable. Yes, I know I should have done that earlier. This one looks like it has got those mineral spheres. Ah, there are some coloured pods here as well. A whole batch of them here. It looks like as well I'm getting one sample per limpet, so I should have filled up the fucking cargo hold with limpets. But there's only 44 that I didn't, you know, 44 more of them that I could have got but didn't. First of all, we want to see what type these are. If they're the if they're those ruby ones, then yeah, no point doing anything with these, because we know we're going to get exactly the same results. Yeah, ruby condom again. Well, as we're here, I guess we may as well at least grab a couple more samples. So what I think I'll try, I will get as many samples from each pod as I can, and
Research limpet engaged.
yes, I'll just keep targeting this same one over and over and see what I can get from it. Now that may take a little while, so I think again another jump cut is in order. Let's just double check. Yeah, all ruby condom. So yeah, I'll do a jump cut here, and once I've got all of my or you know, a decent amount of samples taken from this thing, we will head back. Or as many samples as I can get from it anyway. Anyway, jump cut will be coming up now. Now. Okay, so, well, I've sent 10 research limpets out. Obviously, not all to this one. That's including the one that I sent to the first coloured pod. So I did get something different. I got pod dead tissue. You can see from the value. Yeah, I'll fucking take that. Saying it's only one. But that was about the third, maybe fourth one that I sent to this particular coloured pod. So I'm currently going to go on the assumption that once you've got something that isn't pod core tissue, you know, so once it's anything else, that's the one that you'll get from it, and then everything else you get will be the core tissue again. So once you've got that from a pod, go on to, you know, the next one. So I would then go on after this one or something, you know. But yeah, these are all the ruby condom ones, and I want to try and find a different one. So I'll go to the last of the notable stellar phenomena signal sources here, and we'll see what we get from that. So once again, we'll do a jump cut, and we'll be back when we've reached this one. Right, we're here. It's another red Lagrange cloud, but this one is nowhere near as dark as the two previous. Now, when I was here last, this must have been the Lagrange cloud that had the different yeah, the different type of collared pod. I think I can see a couple ahead of me. Another one there as well, so yeah, there's a few here. Hopefully they are a different type. Like I say, they could well have changed it. You know, frontier developments, they have this notorious habit of doing that. So if it is, first of all, we'll be able to, you know, check what its personal, you know, any additional traits to observe. We know there's going to be at least one. There we go. So yeah, so this is an albidum collared pod. So let's first of all scan it. So yeah, so we get another discovery voucher for that. See if it reacts to the light. No, not remotely interested. See how it reacts to the laser. No, nothing there. Okay. Get a bit closer to it and see how it reacts to this. Okay, move away from it. Not following me either. So it doesn't seem to have any additional traits coming up. But surely it does have something. Just don't know what. The other thing is the research limpet is showing this as not being a valid target. So I can't take any samples from this one. So this one is a bit of a duffer, really. He's not doing anything. Is he gonna? He's not turning to face the ship. He's not moving at all. So he isn't doing anything. He seems to be a bit boring, this one. Oh, so much for the albinon collared pods. Well, that was a bit of a weak ending for this area. Right, let's see what or where we need to go to find the other two. So, Lividum, that is in that system there. Where are we? Again, very close, just one jump. Well, I hope it's not around this fucking gas giant, that's for sure. Okay, well that's where we're heading to next. Well, I guess we might as well head on over. Well, hopefully these last two are going to be a bit more interesting than that albinon one that we just checked out, because yeah, he was a bit on the dull side. Didn't want that. Let's take a look and see where Nova Stellar Phenomena. We're not exactly on its doorstep, but at least it's not around that furthest gas giant. Okay, well I guess jump cut time, and we'll be back as we are about to enter this particular signal. Just double check, yeah, it is only those two, so yep. Okay, back once we arrive. Well, it looks like this signal is from within the ring system. Thankfully it's in a lit area. So this one is not going to be in a Lagrange cloud, it's going to be within the rings. That does at least guarantee that it is going to be a different type of collared pod to the two we've already scanned. So let's see what type it is. I think it's a pretty safe assumption that any pods at the other signal source, the other local stellar phenomena, will also be the same type. Got a bit of a cluster of them anyway. Hopefully we'll slow down in time. There we go, so Lividum. So we got the Discovery. They're not reacting to the light by the looks of it. Okay, we'll try the laser. Really don't seem all that fussed about the laser. Will they turn around to face me? Maybe I need to be a bit closer. Doesn't look like this has much in the way of any additional traits either. Which seems unlikely. So I'm thinking I'm forgetting something here. Something I'm missing, I'm not doing. But no, nothing new. Research limpet is showing that it is something I can take a sample from. So let's see what happens here. Yep, I can take something from it. So while that's doing that, let's just double check the codex. It's just showing. Oh, it is found at Lagrange points as well as rings and belts. But I didn't get any additional traits from it. What are we going to get from him? Core tissue again. So we'll keep taking samples from it until we get something that is, well, something that just isn't core tissue.
Research limpet engaged.
This one that's just returned, that had another, yeah, pile of dead tissue. Would have liked something a bit different, but the value of the dead tissue there means I'll certainly take it. So what I'll do now is go after another one. And it seems as though it's every third one. It could just be sheer luck, you know, on my part that it's been the third time each time. So I'm pretty sure this is just going to bring back regular core tissue sample. But it's the third one is the one that I'm particularly interested in. Alright, what do you get? Yeah, there you go. So, that one, the next one as well will also be just a standard core tissue sample. But it's the one after this is the one that I'm particularly interested in. Okay, so this is the third research input on this particular collar pod, so hopefully this will bring back something other than the regular core tissue sample. We'll find out any second now. There it goes. There's another dead tissue. So, okay, yeah, it's more valuable. More than 3 times the value. But nevertheless, I would like something other than just these 2, because I know there are plenty of others. Yeah, I'm gonna take samples from one more. So yeah, we'll do another jump cut because we already know that the first 2 are just going to be, you know, the bog standard core tissue stuff. So we'll come back when the 3rd one is doing its thing, see what that brings back, and if it's a dead tissue sample again, we'll decide what to do next. Right, so this is the 3rd research limpet doing its thing. Let's see what this brings back. Right, there we go. Oh, more crappy core tissue again. I say crappy, I mean it's still worth over 4 grand. But yeah, well, let's send a 4th and see what that does. If I press the right fucking key, or right mouse button rather.
Research limpet engaged.
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be something other than yeah, the regular tissue sample. I thought it would be, say, all the others so far, it's been every 3rd one, but not this time. So we'll try the 4th, but it would appear it is not guaranteed then that the 3rd one is always going to be something decent. Again. Well, I'll try one more, and yeah, if this just comes back with more of the same, then, you know, fuck it, we'll leave it.
Research limpet engaged.
So we've got 20 items to add to the salvage, you know, well, the salvage that I sell anyway on the carrier. Was hoping for a bit more variety than this, but still. Shut that fucking thing up. Alright, what's he brought back? Oh, okay. Well, this is not a regular tissue sample, it is dead tissue. So that has a lot more value, but still not something, you know, new, which is a bit of an annoyance. Alright, well, there's another notable stellar phenomena signal which is very close by. But it did look like it was entering into the shadow of the planet, so this area is going to be in total darkness. But I guess, you know, seeing as we're here, we might as well have a butcher's.
Shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, it's just gone into it. I'll stick my night vision on now because we're certainly going to need it. I'm sure it's going to be the same type of collar pod. Alright, so there's a few of them right in front of us.
Cargo skim deployed.
Was that the same kind we've already checked out? Let's have a look, because I can't remember. Oh yeah, okay. It's not the same one that was at the last signal of the albumin ones here. So Blatium is the only kind we haven't seen yet. Hang on, wasn't this the one that I couldn't get samples from? Clearly I can get samples from it. Something else I forgot to check. Okay, I didn't get any traits from it last time. See if the fact that it is now night, will it react to the light now? No. Not interested in the light at all. What if we get a bit closer? What if we get close enough to even like nudge the thing? Floating away. Which is a bit annoying actually, because oh, let's this one looks in a pretty good position. Right, let's grab some samples from this one.
Research limpet engaged.
Okay, well, be pretty sure that the first two at least will be the usual tissue samples, so we'll do a quick jump cut to see what the third limpet brings back. So this is Limpet 3. Let's see what he brings back. Just the standard tissue sample again. Okay, well in that case I'll send out a few more until I get something other than tissue samples. So yeah, just a short clip there. Be back when yeah, when he brings something different. There we go, he's bringing back dead tissue, so it was the 4th sample for this one. Right, let's then head over to the system with the last variant, the Blatium ones. So these ones are in here. What's this system like? Single star, looks okay. Are any of these? Yeah, so there's no, that's an ammonia world, you can bet your life they'll be around that. Be pleasantly surprised if they were around the water world, but anyway, none of those planets are terraforming candidates, so no need to map any of those. No, certainly need that still. Alright, let's see what's at this one.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Field scooping complete.
Let me do that. Oh, what a shock. Exactly where I thought it would be. And it's the only signal, so okay, we know where we're heading. So well, you know the drill. Jump cut, and we'll be back as we are about to enter this signal, which is bound to be a Lagrange cloud of some kind. Anyway, right, let's jump in, see where we are. So, nice bright green fucking thing. And again, we're a fucking long way away from it. We're certainly not going to need certainly not going to need night vision in this fucking thing. So far all I can see are the crystalline structures. I can't see any coloured pods yet. Ah, there's a whole load of them now just showing up. I mean, the crystalline structures are a lot bigger than any of the collared pods, so. Alright, so we're getting a mass of signals now. I'm not close enough yet to scan this. Can't see what type it is. Just hope the fuck that it is one of the Platium variants. It is. Now, does it react to me closing in on it? No. Alright, let's try the other test then. So, light. Doesn't do anything. The laser. Fuck all. There has to be something that I'm missing here, because I'm sure all of these the collared pods have their own sort of like individual traits. So far, I've only found it on one of them. I'm sure there are others. So we'll just get a little bit closer. Send the first research limpet out there.
Cargo skip deployed.
So we have 25 samples at the moment. I really want something other than those two, but I think we can be pretty sure that this first one is just going to give us the same old, regular core tissue sample. Surface tissue, that's a different one. $28,000 for that one. Yeah, that's a result. Could do with a few more of them, please. Right, let's send another one out. I mean, if I bring up the carrier management and we go to commodity trading, I can show you just how many there are. They come under salvage. So we are. So pod, core tissue, found, and shock horror. It's the most worthless one of the lot. Although it's like 4,780 average, it may have the lowest value, but it's not bad. So dead tissue, however you pronounce that, mesoglia. Anyway, that's certainly not bad. Outer tissue, not had any of those, but 7,210. Shell tissue, 51,000. Wouldn't say no to some of that. Surface tissue, we've just got pod tissue, so that's regular as opposed to the core tissue that I've been getting. So yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ones. So far I've got 3. 4 more. But yeah, so there are, so this is another core tissue. A bit annoying. So let's send out the third. Now so far, well, the majority of the time anyway, the third one always brings back something different. Because this time around, it brought back something different the very first time. So, yeah, I have a feeling that this third time is not going to yield anything particularly interesting. It's going to be the same core tissue that we've had all the other times. But like I say, I mean, I'm you know, we keep referring to the core tissue as, oh no, it's getting boring, that one now. It's still 4,780, and that's the average. I don't know what sort of prices they're going for from sales, but I can't imagine there are a vast number of carriers that are selling it. Hence why I decided to come out and get some. So I may well be able to sell it for more than, you know, the average. I mean, none of this stuff actually has any practical use. Core tissue again. You know, other than a commodity to sell. Try again.
Research unit engaged.
So no, it has no actual practical use. It is just a commodity, you know, and selling it. But what I'm hoping is that rather, you know, in rather the same way as that's what got me interested enough to come out here and look for it, the sheer novelty value, actually getting this stuff, might be enough to persuade, you know, players to actually buy it off us. So we'll have a stab with this, yeah, this last one, see what we get here, and then I think we can draw the video to a close. So, almost done. Dead tissue, okay, well, I'll certainly take it. So there we are. Certainly a success insofar as, you know, I'm getting samples. I've got some good ones here, but even the crap ones are still worth, you know, close to £5 grand. Not a resounding success when it comes to trying to find, you know, the additional traits. I'll say, I'm sure there is something I'm not doing. I just don't know. I just don't know what it is. But yeah, this shows that, you know, there is a bit more to exploration than just doing, you know, going from system to system, scanning the system, and occasionally mapping planets if they're, you know, worth mapping. You also have all of the Codex stuff listed here. Collared pods are not the only things that you can get samples from. You can also get them from mollusks. And gourd mollusks are, you can find them much closer to the populated zone. I think it was that one. Yeah, I think it was HIP 98-182. There's certainly one anyway. It was actually in the populated area itself. The problem with gourd mollusks is it doesn't look like you can take samples from them. You can launch a research limpet at them, but as soon as they reach it, they fail. A lot of people are saying it's a bug. It could be, but gourd mollusks are very small. So I have a feeling that even though you can take samples from these mollusks, and if you look in the different regions, let's take that one. Yeah, so here we have bell mollusks, umbrella mollusks, and there are all sorts of different kinds. And they have, like, the right sort of organic structure which would allow research limpets to take samples from them. But yeah, because the gourd mollusks are so small, it just can't do it, and so it fails straight away. So I'm not sure if it is a bug. It's annoying because it would be quite quite handy to be able to get samples from them. Well, then I suppose, if you could take samples from the mollusk creatures, then they probably wouldn't be worth so much, because you've got some of them, right on your doorstep effectively. But no, it does look like you need to go a bit further afield to get those. So in fact, the collared pods are possibly the closest of the biological discoveries that you can also take samples from, if you don't include the fact you can take samples from sargoids. So yeah, it all adds up to being able to do a lot more when it comes to doing exploration. The other thing that I didn't really touch on is, like I say, when you I think I briefly mentioned it when I was showing more core tissue, but when I was showing the Codex discoveries, the geological stuff, all of these things. Now, right, Lagrange clouds and the anomalies, you do find those in space. The anomalies will always be inside Lagrange clouds, so you'll find those inside notable stellar phenomena. Well, obviously, all of these, the fumaroles, the geysers, and lava spouts and gas vents, those you're not going to find in space. They're on planetary surfaces, and with them, what you would need to do is map a planet. Yeah, there's no planets in here that have them, but you would map a planet. If it's one you can land on, say these two, which are the only two in this system that you can, you'll see a list under there of geological signals. So you would then go in and map, or you go in there, land there, you'll see all of the geological signals scattered around, and yeah, you would then scan those with your composition scanner in your SRV, and get the Codex discovery that way. That also applies to some of the other biological discoveries that you can make. So things like, yes, these brain trees, bark mounds, anemones, sinuous tubers, all of those are planet-side. So if you find biological signals on a planet surface, it's likely to be any of these. There are other different types as well that are not in this region. If we go to, I think it is the sanguineous rim, organic structures, yeah, so you've got the crystalline shards, which you can see there I've been to. So yeah, there are others. And it's not just the case of scanning them with the composition scanner and getting the Codex entry. They will also give you raw materials. So yeah, there's additional reasons to check those out. So yeah, the exploration certainly goes above and beyond just jumping from system to system and scanning them. There is more there to it. Now I plan to stay out here for a little while. I'm not going to stay out here for a massive amount of time, but my intention is to fill the cargo hold of this exploration ship. So I'm going after 144 tissue samples of, well, basically whatever I can find. If I end up with a whole slew of core tissue samples and none of the others, I really want at least one of each different kind, then I'll probably carry on and just be like jettisoning some of the core tissue and hoping that I can then get some of the other 3 that I don't yet have, or is it the other 4 that I don't yet have. So I'm going to be out here for a little while, and in that time I am going to be jumping around various systems and that, so I'll be seeing if I do encounter any pirates out here. I shouldn't, not this far away from the populated zone. Maybe when I enter that populated system that I went to when we first started this video, I may see some there, but in any of these others, hopefully I won't. If I do, then I am going to bring the carrier out here. Like I say, I will I'll let you know if I'm going to do that. But if you are someone who is using my carrier but you're not in contact with me for in any way, consider yourself warned. It could well end up out here. So if you don't want to find yourself 5,200 light years away from the populated zone, you may want to bugger off away from the carrier for a while. But that will do then for this video. A bit different to my usual sort of thing. And once I've finished with collecting all of these samples and back in the populated zone, I think it's time for a bit more combat. I haven't done any combat for a little while. So, more surface tissue. Thank you very much. It seems as though I get that first time from them all. Well, let's put that to the test with this one here. See if we get a surface tissue sample from this one. If we do, then yeah, very nice indeed. And that then means I'll just take one sample from each of them. Because yep, that surface tissue sample, the value of that, not bad at all. Certainly a downside better than the core tissue sample. So anyway, yeah, that will do then for this one. Now go away.